Yo, what's good, what's good, what's good, what's good? Jumping back on the YouTube. Uh, just chilling out. Felt like making a beat, so I thought I might as well jump online here. Just making sure everything's sounding good. Oh, are we running through this mic? We might be. I wasn't sure if it was the internal mic or this, but I believe it's this. Check, check. Cause I was just gonna run through that, man. Check. There we go. I forgot because I've been making beats. Just in general, I forgot. I gotta wear headphones and all that shit to do the stream and shit. Cause if you don't, oh yo, what up, SideQuest? Cause if you don't do the headphones shit, and you get feedback and all that. What's going on, man? Thanks for jumping in. I'm just getting set up here. Making sure everything sounds good and everything. How's your night going? We're just kicking it right now, getting ready. I heard a little sample, a little something that might pique an interest for a beat. So I'm getting a delay. So we'll see. Let me turn that on. Oh yeah, that's better. We'll see if that leads to anything. May not. I'm just cooking, just creating, just for fun. But yeah, bro. Thanks for joining in. Let me know if the levels and everything sounding good as we start mixing on here. You know what? I gotta do way more than I thought. I gotta change the. Man, I'm telling you, to stream live, it's a whole process when you're trying to. Wait, do I need to do the 2-screen thing? Cause you have. Man, it's been like a week and I forgot how to do this shit. No, cause I would need the desktop audio. Sheesh. Yo, I wish I could send you a link or video. There's a snippet of Logic, but I can't. Can I tell you? Is that a link of your music or what is that? I'm always down to check out people's music and shit. Yeah, you're not getting the audio through there. Yeah. You're gonna have to just bear with me for half a second here. No, we could definitely make something work. So there's this whole process you gotta do to get the built-in audio to play. So you gotta do the Scarlet and you gotta put the black hole as 1. And we'll rename it so I can find it. Let's call it Yo. Then I gotta make my sound called Yo if it pops up. Sometimes it takes a while. Even see it on there, or there it is. There's the Yo. So now you should be able to hear what's going on in my Logic when I do pull something in there, but you can't hear my actual audio until ever this pops up. But sometimes it takes a while, and I don't know why. It's probably just this one. So yeah, it is that one. So yeah, let me know if you're hearing everything. You should be now. Oh yeah, I think we good. Can I tell you like a snippet? Send me something, bro. I'll listen to it. Send me something for sure. Is it a snippet of a beat or like what we talking about? Do you rap? Is it a rap song that you do? Like what we talking about? So it said that BPM was 90. I guess this is just a little long. Or 93. Sounded faster when I played it. Let me hear some. Okay, that's one. I guess it just cuts off because it's got that little air. Sometimes I've gotten beats that don't land on the actual grid, which is not cool because you can't loop them like the way you want. That sounded okay. Yeah, that's fine. I thought that was a cool sound. Does YouTube know like Logic the rapper is next album? Oh, he's got a new he's got a movie coming out, doesn't he? That's what's up, man. I'll check it out later. Send it my way. Ooh, that could. I don't know if I'm. That's actually not bad. Yeah. I've been getting to this money. I don't know if I'm gonna go that route with it, but I'm gonna pull these drums in. But I don't know if I'm gonna go that route yet. I just want to see. I'm not sold on it just yet. Maybe I'll. Sometimes I don't like getting drums samples that have hella sounds in one because, and you can't separate it. Like that had sound like a couple different sounds going on it. Yeah. I've been training for the day that I know I make it. People come around, something. I think I can get this. I want that in there. I almost like that one better. Whoa. What was that sound? I have so many credits. Oh, it's just interesting. I like that sound. Let me see if I can make that right. Fuck. Why do I kind of like that? It's just so loud. Oh, that's because it's playing through the splice shit. That's why. I was like, what's going on? Oh, that's trippy. I kind of like that. My Instagram, so I can. It's just my name, Nick DiMercurio, same way it's spelled on here. Hit me up. Now, do I need it on all of them like that? Probably not. That probably would get annoying, actually, the whole way through, but I don't know now. Now I'm second guessing it. You have to keep it on, that's the thing. I don't know. I thought it was cool, and now I'm second guessing it. What'd you think? I don't know. I want like a some shit like that. I don't know. Oh, I love that song. I use that sound a lot, so I'm probably not gonna use it here. But I was looking for that one recently. But I do like that sound, so I'm imagining he has some good packs. That sounded like that, you know what I'm talking about. I'll be really trying, baby. It sounded like that. Weird, there's no like vocal chops in his pack on vocals. No, those are trash. These beats are dope. Fire. Thank you, man. I didn't really do shit yet. But we rocking out, you know. We gonna find something. But I put no pressure on myself to create something like today, or like I just try to put myself in the okay, let's make something, let's see, and then if it don't turn to nothing, it don't. If it does, it does. Shit's hard. That's a beat they had made. Shit, that shit was hard. But I like making my own shit. Maybe we will use those drums from before. I wasn't mad at them. Cause I've been wanting to make some like old school shit, you know, like. Back. Okay. It's gonna clash. Yo, so I got this new plug-in and I'm still learning. I just got, well, I've had Pro Q3, but this is Pro Q4. And apparently there's new shit in it where you, and I don't know how to use it yet, where you can see which frequencies are clashing, apparently. But you have to be able to put it to both, I believe. So I'm trying to see how that's done. Because apparently you can, like, as you use Pro Q in the sessions, they will appear. Okay. So you can put it, oh my God. So you can put it on these both, right? So I could put this Pro Q on these three. And then I can see what it's looking like. So it's literally telling me right here we clashing. How crazy is that? Wow, that's fucking cool. So it's like, yo, right here you're clashing. So, but how do I? Okay. I'm guessing that really just means like pull back. Kind of curious, like, because there's probably a certain way you should be doing it, you know, like using all that type of information. Damn, that's really fucking cool that they work together like that. Like, that's pretty sick. Man, I'm just learning like there, there's always something to learn. So now where did they go? So wow, I think that's really fucking cool. Cause if you have a lot of different tracks, you would know exactly where shit is clashing. Like, that's fucking crazy. So you hit this, okay. And is it red because go Q4. I'm interested. I'm interested in learning. This might just be a learning day for me. So this is interesting.
I'm not gonna lie, I'll make music in a closet if I have to. So I use samples. I play drums,
I tried it back in the day, then quickly discarded it as unworkable. A bit like freehand drawing compressor transfer curves.
And there's something with soothe on this other end
into
too.
A sensible number of conventional EQ bands that I can edit in the usual way. Of course, you can have another go if your first attempt isn't good. Click the EQ sketch button at the bottom left to discard the latest iteration of FabFilter's famous EQ plugin.
Let's see what he says.
Let's start with the interface changes. We now get a little ghost preview of the type of band we'll get when we click. This will be a high-pass filter over to the bottom left, or a low shelf a bit further up, or a bell in the mid-range.
This is the shit I nerd out about.
If I click, and then hold it and drag,
some people
I can continue to add more bands.
Oh, I can drag it like that.
Good
What?
Starting point for the channel.
Hold on.
Freehand drawing EQ curves.
Get the fuck out.
People tried it back in the day, then quickly discarded it as unworkable. A bit like freehand drawing compressor transfer curves. But in this case, my rough sketch is translated into a sensible number of conventional EQ bands that I can edit in the usual way.
That's fucking sick.
Of course, you can have another go if your first attempt isn't good.
This is 5 months ago,
sketch
so
button at the bottom left to discard your current settings and sketch in a new approach. Or you can pause mid-sketch, retrace.
So you can like, so he's kind of like shaping it like that.
Incidentally, if I hover over this high-pass filter, I can change the slope with my mouse wheel.
Whoa.
That's not new.
So if you have it rocking, like for this. Now, how did he do that? Hold up. He had it hover though. Maybe you need it full size. No, didn't I just do that? I swear I just did it. Undo. Nah, cause you. Oh, so when it hovers like that, so. So you're telling me I can, but I should be able to go down. Okay. Wow, that's crazy. I guess you could fix it. Wow, this is sick. That's pretty sick.
The new part is that if I hold shift while I do it, the parameter becomes continuous, so you can get the in-between slopes if you really need them. The panel parameter,
if you hold shift,
steps and go a different direction. Incidentally, if I hover over this high-pass filter, I can change the slope with my mouse wheel. That's not new. The new part is that if I hold shift while I do it, the parameter becomes continuous, so you can get the in-between slopes if you really need them. The panel parameter reflects the fact that most of the time you won't need them. You can just click directly on 18 dB per octave, for example, if that's what you need. Okay. But you can also drag in between increments or double-click to type in a specific number.
Interesting.
And this will also work with the bells and the shelves. Okay, here's another new feature. Notice the track name is displayed on this button at the bottom. If I press this, I can access every other instance of Q4 in the project. I can scroll the list with my mouse wheel, zoom in or out by holding a modifier, or with the slider at the top. Select an instance to enlarge it. There's a pretty cool auto zoom feature which allows you to shuffle through your instances like a deck of cards. And you can still adjust the overall zoom level.
So you can, that's so
when you have a mix full of
cool.
instances like I do here, you'll see them listed over to the right in the mini-map, which you can hide or show with the button above.
Wow.
There's also a search field.
This is
at the
great
top,
for stems,
or you can
for
start
beats.
typing to get a list of tracks you can quick jump to.
I love it. That's so cool.
If you prefer, you can set it so that typing will start a search instead.
Huh.
These names were pulled automatically from the Doors track names, in case you needed another good reason to name your tracks sensibly. But you can rename instances by double-clicking their name. For example, if you have two instances on the same channel, like this.
Okay.
These instances are also listed in the correct channel order, by the way, with colours matching those that I've assigned in Reaper. That's important to me, as I always use the same system for both when I mix. At the moment, that's only available in the VST3 version, however, in DAWs that support it. The FabFilter team are working with the relevant developers to bring colours and channel orders to the AAX and AU versions as well. Meanwhile, everything else will work fine and the instances will be ordered by name instead.
Okay.
For those of us with colour support, you can open the menu to the right of an instance, the button at the top left. Just to the right, and artfully hidden until you hover over it, is the collision detection feature.
That's what I want
In
about.
sets. Here's one with just my buses visible. You can manually pin instances using the button at the top
That
left.
shit is so cool.
Just to
So
the right,
that's what
and
you hit for
artfully
the
hidden until
pin.
you hover over it.
That's
is the
why it looks
collision
like that.
detection
Okay,
feature.
okay.
Turn this on to set that instance as the collision reference.
Shit is so fucking.
And make other instances glow red at frequencies that might be masking content in that channel.
Wow.
The collision detection feature arguably becomes way more useful when you can see multiple instances like
Right.
this, and still works even when you're zoomed right out.
Right.
So anyway, some of you already know that I'm old enough to have learnt to mix on analog consoles, and initially I found the transition to digital quite traumatic. Because a picture of some analog pots that you can only adjust one at a time with a mouse, with no tactile feedback, in no way recreates the feeling of mixing on an analog board. I switched to using FabFilter EQ because the ability to control frequency and gain at the same time, with Q right there on my mouse wheel, along with all the other FabFilter ergonomic refinements, got me back to that feeling of being in control that I missed about mixing on an analog console that I knew really well. These days I'm very happy mixing in the box, and I'm convinced I get better results than I would with a console. But there is one area where an analog console still has the edge. Having all your parameters laid out at once is a big advantage at the early stages of a mix. Maybe you'll be able to dial in a good starting point during the first playthrough of the song. The EQ sketch and instance list features are both attempts to address this aspect of your workflow. Yes, you can now see all your EQs at once and sketch in your initial starting point settings. And then when you start to focus on the little details, you can filter your list to focus on just the relevant instances.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Another difference between analog and digital mixing is that analog gives you a little bit of saturation for free, while digital is clean by default and you have to deliberately add those harmonics. Pro Key 4 provides two new character modes on the bottom bar. Subtle adds a whole set of harmonics, which nevertheless remain pretty subtle unless you drive it really hard. While Warm gives you a single, consistent, sweet-sounding second harmonic.
Where was that?
The harmonics added will provides two new character modes. Is that analog gives you a little bit of saturation for free, while digital is clean by default and you have to deliberately add those harmonics. Pro Key 4 provides two new character modes.
Clean, subtle, and warm, but how did he get to this? Oh, here you go. Huh. I'll have to play with that.
On the bottom bar. Subtle. The full picture. This is best judged by ear. While Warm gives you a single, consistent, sweet-sounding second harmonic. The harmonics added will change depending on your EQ settings. So
Interesting. Interesting stuff. So you can't do that. It's not, yeah, I know. I'm just getting used to it.
If you're struggling, find one good gain setting. You can dynamic. As before, everything is handled automatically by default. You can also set a manual threshold if you want. And now you also get to tackle these controls. I remain of the opinion that when dealing with a very narrow range of frequencies like this, what you really want is just transparency in minute particles. So a clever automatic algorithm is more helpful than having to dial in manually. Luckily, these dynamics are just as clever and automatic as ever. Now also introduced distortion. Only attack and release controls the algorithm towards faster or slower settings, rather than overriding program dependency.
I'm just fucking around. I'm just kind of seeing how this
The
works.
drum beats hard with a high shelf to go up spectrum.
Pretty cool. Alright guys, so I'm so fucking tired. Been mixing all day. I just feel like I didn't make a beat. I just watched the video and stuff. Fuck it. I guess I'll keep it as a stream on here. I'm just learning shit. Basically, if you made it this far, you just gotta keep learning every day. I'll probably go, and I've got a bunch of new plugins too. I'm probably just gonna watch some videos right now, lay in bed, and learn some new shit. Sometimes that's all. Sometimes when I come to make music, I don't really make shit. I just fucking learn. You have to have learning days. You have to have freestyling days. You have days. And I would sit here and do it, but man, I'm fucking tired. And I have been mixing my buddy's album today too. So I did just feel like I was gonna get on, and I felt like I was gonna like really try to create something. But like I said earlier, like sometimes you don't, and that's why I'm gonna leave this up. Sometimes you don't create shit. Today was one of those days, but I learned a little bit about this Pro Q. So every day, if you can just learn one thing, and then they become building blocks, So that's how I look at it. And I learned more things than just this today, by the way. But learning to do that is cool. Anyway, I'm off of here. I'm gonna try to get back on here more. I've been living life, doing other shit. I actually did a show last night. And I did an I guess you call it open mic a couple weeks ago. So getting back into that. Oh, and I made this EDM dubstep fucking track that is fucking ridiculous. And that's coming out. And then I'm about to go the fuck to sleep. Okay? Good night. Appreciate it. If you're in here, my boy SideQuest was in here. He pulled up. I think he just went over to my Instagram. And this lives on YouTube. So if you're in here and you see some shit, holla, say what's up. I got more content coming. Peace.